Babies. They're sweet, they're adorable, and they bring joy to every parent's life. But sometimes babies can go horribly wrong. Here is director Joe Lynch with a tale that's fucking disgusting.
So I pulled an all-nighter. This was a Tuesday night, and I was working a 12-hour shift, and I came home. I had about an hour window before I had to get up again to take my son to work. No, to school. He's not already working. It's 6 a.m. I'm coming through the door, and I'm just destroyed. I don't eat when I edit. It's one of those things, when I sit down and I'm focused and I'm at the keyboard and I'm sitting there nail cutting and putting stuff in here and there, I just get so focused that I forget about the basics, like eating. So I was hungry, and I roll through the door, I close the door, I'm trying to keep everybody quiet. We just had a baby, this cute bouncing little baby boy named Ferris. So I close the door very quietly, but I'm starving. My stomach is growling so loud that I could possibly wake up the baby. So I look down and I see that the kitchen table is not it's not cleared off, which means that likely my wife had to grab the baby, put him down, and she probably fell asleep. Totally understandable. But there's a couple remnants of tonight's dinner. There's a plate with what looks to be a delicious pile of bow tie pasta. This is like manna from heaven, right? Like, of course there would be a beautiful plate of bow tie pasta, uneaten, waiting for me. So, grab a fork and start stabbing at the bow tie pasta just repeatedly. So I had a nice little enclave, or just like a cluster of bow tie pasta ready to go. Shove it in my mouth. And it was at that second that I just had this immediate response. It was like all the sensations, every single one of my taste buds exploded, but not in the right ways. Now, my wife being vegan, sometimes we have a few desired tastes that need to be filled, and sometimes she'll get something that is like a fake Alfredo sauce. It's not made with milk. It's made with cashews or small babies, whatever. So I had it in my throat, and half of it went down, and the other half I needed to get out of my mouth immediately. So I run over to the sink, and I just thought, hey, vegan Alfredo, what are you gonna do? I slept for 45 minutes, got up, took Remy to school, then went to work, then came back, and just didn't really think of it. Came home, finally got to see the family after a long night, and decided to, we're having small talk. I just went, yeah, what happened? What was with that bow tie pasta? Like, did you guys try a new sauce? And before my son Remy, who's 6, could issue forth what happened, my wife closes his mouth very quickly, and then they both burst into laughter. So, okay, what was it? So Bree proceeds to explain that they were going out to walk the dog. And upon their exit out, she had Ferris in an ergo, and the baby decided to, hey, it's a great time to just vomit everywhere. And for some quick maneuver, my wife was able to collect it, some of it or something, but she collected it in some of her hand, so she had a nice big handful of baby vomit. Now, not knowing what to do with it, and they're already out the door, and the table's right there, so she decided, hey, it's a perfectly good plate to dispense this baby vomit in. And of course, my son, the responsible one, goes, wait, Mom, come on. Why would you do that? Someone might want to eat that pasta. And my wife, of course, just says, why would anyone want to eat that pasta? And it was in that moment that I was horrified. And I'm looking at the wrong camera, aren't I? Shit.